Hi guys, how was your yesterday's Champions League evening? We personally would give it 10 out of 10. And what about you? Press like and share your own ranking in the comments below. And while you're typing, we proceed to start. There are no updates for Griezmann. Everything remains the same and hopefully he plays from the 60th minute, Atletico president Enrique Cerezo said. Thibaut Courtois will hardly have time to recover for the game against Getafe. It could be the next week he'll be against Shakhtar and against Barca obviously, Carlo Ancelotti noted. Everton have penned a new deal with their kit manufacturer, Hummel. Nottingham Forest will not sack Steve Cooper just yet. He will be given one last chance. In case of him leaving, Rafael Benitez can take the head coaching job instead. Claudio Ranieri has rejected the offer to lead Sampdoria. Sevilla will sack Julian Lopetegui on Thursday, Jorge Sampaoli has agreed to take his place. I've been really impressed with Rafael Leao whenever I watched Milan games. He's a top player, Graham Potter shared. Luka Modric has fully recovered from his injury. He will appear in a starting 11 against Shakhtar Donetsk. Ukraine is set to join Spain and Portugal in their bid to host the 2030 World Cup. It can host matches of one of the groups. For the second time this season, Antoine Griezmann was included in the starting lineup of Atletico Madrid. Red Star Belgrade coach Dejan Stankovic will be appointed the new manager of Sampdoria. All terms have already been agreed. If I'm going to play with the amateurs on Sunday afternoon, I can easily find 3 players of Maguire's level, Rafael van der Vaart claimed. Donny van de Beek is set to quit Manchester United in January. He's looking for an option with a permanent transfer, not a loan. Gareth Bale launched his own brand of beer. Bale Ale and Bale Lager will hit the shelves ahead of the Wales' historic return to the World Cup tournament. Hazard knows the situation very well. Every player understands his situation very well. There is a lot of competition here, Carlo Ancelotti noted. Jamal Musiala has become a target of Premier League giants, but he has no intention to leave Bayern Munich. Paris, Lille, Bordeaux, Marseille, Strasbourg, and Reims will boycott the 2022 World Cup, as the local authorities will not set up fan zones for watching matches on big screens. Bayer Leverkusen are eyeing the legendary Xabi Alonso as a replacement for head coach Gerardo Seoane. Dani Ceballos was left out of the squad for the battle against Shakhtar due to picking a minor injury. Former Chelsea manager Thomas Tuchel has rejected an offer to take over at Bayer Leverkusen. Inter offered Milan Skriniar a contract extension. His current deal expires in the summer of 2023. Ajax promoted the duel against Napoli with a beautiful image of Cruyff and Maradona watching the match in the cloud together. Atletico midfielder Marcos Llorente got injured in the first half of the game against Club Brugge. Arsenal are prepared to offer Bukayo Saka a contract renewal that could see him earn €200,000 a week. Piotr Zielinski has reached Hamšík and Cavani scoring 5 goals in the UCL with Napoli. Only Milik, Insigne and Mertens have scored more with them in the competition. Tottenham Hotspur and Borussia Dortmund are interested in Ajax talent Mohamed Kudus. Arsenal and Chelsea are considering an option to acquire Brighton and Hove Albion winger Leandro Trossard. Yuri Tielemans' agreement with Leicester City expires in the summer of 2023, and Liverpool can take advantage of the matter in the winter. Hakan Çalhanoğlu scored his first Champions League goal since 2016. At his age, no one can compete with him. The numbers speak for themselves, Pep Guardiola noted. Napoli are the first Italian team able to score more than 10 goals in the first 3 seasonal games of the Champions League group stage. AC Milan and Atletico have been reportedly linked with Olympique Lyon midfielder Houssem Aouar, who is soon to become a free agent in the summer. James Milner made his 300th appearance for Liverpool. Club Brugge won all 3 Champions League opening games for the first time in the club's history. They have not conceded a single goal and are leading the group. Paulo Fonseca, who only joined Lille in the summer, is ready to leave the Mastiffs in order to become Wolverhampton Wanderers' new manager. Yesterday was an incredible day for the Champions League. All the latest results are in front of you. The matchday kicked off with another thrashing act by Bayern Munich. Even in the first half, Leroy Sané, Serge Gnabry and Sadio Mane put all questions aside. After the break, the same Sané and Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting finished off Victoria Pilsen. As for another match of this group, Barcelona unexpectedly lost to Inter. Hakan Çalhanoğlu nailed a long shot winner, though the referees made a number of controversial decisions. In particular, it's unclear why a penalty was not awarded for Dumfries' handballing, when Pedro's goal was disallowed for exactly the same reason. Xavi got some words to say in the matter. "I'm angry and I believe the result is unfair. I don't need to talk about the decision I didn't make, it's very clear to me. That's why yesterday, I said the referees should go out and speak to the media. I asked for explanations after the match, but he refused to give me any explanations," Barcelona coach said after the final whistle. However, it were Club Brugge who made the sensation of the day, beating Atletico thanks to successful strikes from Sowa and Hudgla. Antoine Griezmann was on the pitch for the whole 90 minutes and was only remembered by a penalty miss. The Blue Blacks are leading the quartet, while Los Colchoneros have taken the last place. Liverpool succeeded in a second Champions League fixture in a row. This time they confidently dealt with Rangers. Trent Alexander-Arnold had a beautiful free-kick take, and Mohamed Salah was accurate enough to convert the penalty. Of course, we should also mention Napoli with their unbelievable performance against Ajax. The Sons of God striked at the beginning of the game, but then the Partenopians scored 6 times. Raspadori slaughtered a brace, while Zielinski, Kvaratskhelia, Di Lorenzo, and Simeone scored a goal each. Now we are moving on to the main news of the release. Luis Suarez has decided on his new destination. The legendary Uruguayan, who's about to leave Nacional ahead of the World Cup, will eventually join Los Angeles Galaxy. There, he will play alongside former Barca teammate Riqui Puig. Earlier on, Haaland's father hinted at Erling not planning to stay in one place for a long time and wanting to perform in all major leagues. After his Man City spell, it looks like his next stop will be Real Madrid, because as soon as 2024 comes to an end, a €200 million clause in his contract will be activated, known to be available for Real Madrid only. In 2025, it will make €175 million. Cristiano Ronaldo is very unhappy with his current position at Manchester United. The Portuguese is determined to leave the club in January, and Erik ten Hag has no intention of stopping him if a lucrative offer is received. Graham Potter says he has respect for Cristiano Ronaldo, but rules out a move to Chelsea from Manchester United. The Englishman was pressed about Ronaldo during his latest press conference on Tuesday. Providing a dead-batted response, he said, "We can spend all day asking these questions, and I'm not going to speak about anyone else. I have the greatest respect for the person you mentioned and anybody else mentioned, but if they are another players, I don't speak about them." The relationship between PSG and Real Madrid got completely ruined, turning PSG into Madrid's public enemy. The main dispute between PSG and Real lies in PSG distancing themselves from the Super League initiative and Al Hilaifi's close relations with Ceferin. Real Madrid realized that the situation with PSG has no turning back, so the Merengues have renewed the key players' contracts with a €1 billion release clause. July 1st, 2023, Lionel Messi will be a Barca player, wrote Veronica Brunati, a journalist for the Argentine publisher Mundo Deportes. Then, her words were confirmed by Gerard Romero, with Albert Lesan writing on Messi finally reconciling with Joan Laporta. Only Fabrizio Romano reports that Messi is still not 100% sure on his future. But it now looks like Leo is closer to returning to Barca rather than extending his contract with PSG. Folks, check out the new video on our Vamos Ida project, which is about Paulo Dybala and his evolution at Roma. This episode is really worth your attention. Have a great time watching. It was Football News. Have a nice one, and see you in a bit.